This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
Super Bowl, kind of like the World Series, it's kind of become a staple of the American culture. We have people, you set up Super Bowl parties at residences, you have Super Bowl parties set up at, casinos.
Police are getting ready for a busy weekend ahead of the Super Bowl. How the game impacts the biggest little city, tops Channel 2 News at 5:30. Of course, it's no secret every year during the football season, the end of it, during Super Bowl, people are out walking, watching the game, having a good time. Of course, it's good news for casinos on game day, but it's a busy day for law enforcement out there on the streets, unfortunately. Good evening, everyone. I'm Wendy DeMonte.
I'm Kristen Remington. Thank you for keeping it here tonight. We do have team coverage on Super Bowl preparations tonight. Chloe Beardsley joins us from East Reno with a look at how police are preparing the city for this big game. And Ryan Kennedy is live at the Atlantis after finding out how sports books are gearing up for the Super Bowl as well. Chloe, though, let's begin with you. Police are going to be busy this weekend.
Oh, very busy, Kristen and Wendy. Reno is one of those cities where lots of tourists come to the biggest little city to watch the football game, and also along with the thousands of people that already live here. And it's because of those reasons that police are expecting Super Bowl day to be very busy out on the streets.
We get a large influx of people that are celebrating, watching the games, and with those types of celebrations, you always have alcohol added to the mix.
And for Reno, the alcohol impact is big. Police say alcohol-related calls go up by 90%, which could lead to
family disturbances, DUIs, and fights.
And what's even more troubling is the number of accidents skyrocket 146% from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Super Bowl Sunday.
You see a progressive increase in calls the later the game goes.
Statistics show most of the accidents happen south of the river in Reno on freeway on and off ramps. Family disturbance calls also increase by 24%.
The losing team, people are getting depressed, so they start drinking more and the fights start happening.
NHP will also keep an eye out for drunk drivers on highways.
We always stress don't drink and drive. There's plenty of resources around town. If you do have alcohol, call a cab, take the bus, call a friend.
Reno police will have more officers working during the Super Bowl this year. If you are out, think before you get into a car or cross the street. Tragically,
we have had a large influx of pedestrian versus vehicle accidents here in the Reno area. Not only Reno, but also Sparks and Washoe County. So we're asking everybody, once again, follow the basic rules.
And some of those rules are obviously don't drink and drive. If you are going to be out late when it's dark outside, wear reflective gear. If you're crossing the street, look both ways twice. And if you are going to walk into a crosswalk, if you're a pedestrian, make sure to make eye contact with a vehicle, if there is one coming your way, with that driver before you step into that crosswalk, just to be safe. Covering the big story live in East Reno, Chloe Beardsley, Channel 2 News.
Such a fun day. Don't ruin it. And the Super Bowl is the most gambled on sporting event in the United States, which is why Reno sportsbooks are excited for a big business this weekend. Ryan Kennedy joins us now live at the Atlantis Sportsbook. Ryan?
Well, Wendy, according to the American Gaming Association, Nevada is only one of 4 states where betting on sports is legal. And as you can see behind me, every year the Super Bowl brings in bettors from all over.
Well, it continues to grow every year. I mean, you look at the handle numbers on the Super Bowl from last year. It was the biggest, bet Super Bowl Nevada has had. I expect this year to be as good, if not better.
Steve Mickelson is expecting standing room only in the Atlanta Sportsbook on Sunday. For the Super Bowl, there are over 200 prop bets for the people to get their hands on, betting on anything from what may happen on the first play of the game to which player will score the first touchdown. He says this year the game is expected to be very close. Their sportsbook opened with the Seahawks as a 1-point favorite, and that has since shifted to the Patriots. Steve says what's different this year is that he has heard many guests say that they don't really like either team. So he says the goal is to keep everyone entertained throughout the game.
You get people from out of town, helps the hotel rooms, the restaurants, and again, it's a great party atmosphere. We have many guests who have been coming here for years and years and years just because, this is one of their favorite weekends of the year.
Sportsbook will be accepting bets for the game all the way up until kickoff. And then once the game begins, they'll only accept what's called in-game wagering during timeouts and commercial breaks. Covering the story live at the Atlanta Sportsbook, Ryan Kennedy, Channel 2 News.
All right, sounds good, Ryan. And if you want to watch it in person, You still can. Tickets to the Super Bowl are still available on StubHub, but they are going to cost you a lot. Just days before the game, most tickets are selling for more than $10,000 a piece. Yes. And StubHub's president thinks 10 to 15% of the stadium crowd will actually get their tickets through that site. Tickets start at $7,000 and go all the way up to more than 5 times that much. Because they cost so much, the security around the ticket's pretty extraordinary. Each ticket has a hologram on it to verify its authenticity. The tickets are virtually impossible to counterfeit.
These tickets are made at or better than the standard than the Federal Reserve uses for cash.
No way.
There's just something wrong about that, right? In Arizona, guards are posted day and night to ensure that they stay safe and are not tampered with.